What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic, Teofimo Takeover or Tartan Tornado. Can Josh Taylor block the takeover like Ferocious Kambosos? Let's chop it up and see what it's all about.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That life before riches, huh? That life before riches, huh? Pretty bitch, show me titties, huh? And I got the glazzy run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.
Okay, let's talk some boxing. We're gonna chop it up. We got a big fight coming up. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. It's a pretty big fight, even though it's not been getting the publicity it deserved. It's going to be a pivotal fight, I would think, for both of these guys, both Josh Taylor and Teofimo. As you already know, Teofimo has only lost once. Josh Taylor is undefeated. Teofimo has only lost once to the ferocious one, George Ferocious Kambosos. So he was the only one to so far figure out the puzzle of the takeover, Teofimo Lopez. Although, in his last couple of fights, Teofimo was looking that spectacular like he usually does. But, you could probably chalk that up to, you know, out of the ring issues, personal issues, family issues, loss of concentration and the like, more or less, I would think. So maybe at this point in time, and it could be other issues as well. Who knows? He doesn't. If you watch Teofimo talk in the last couple of days leading up to the fight, he's been saying a lot of strange things. So we don't know, what's really going on. But me personally, I would think that he just has some family issues that he has to deal with, and we'll see if those issues are still plaguing him or if he has overcome them and is able to perform in this fight. Okay, so what are we going to expect from Teofimo in this fight? It's a good question. We could ask the same thing of Josh Taylor, what to expect. He didn't look too good in his last couple of fights either. So both of these guys are kind of coming from the same place in terms of how they looked in their last fight. Okay, according to Josh Taylor, the Tartan Tornado, he was basically celebrating, partying, and took his foot off the gas a bit after he won the undisputed, and so that's why he performed poorly in his last couple of fights. He kind of underestimated those guys, and he was kind of out of shape, basically, is what he's saying. All right, so that's that may be the case, and so we're gonna take him at his word for that. And so, I, if that's the case, then both of these guys are supposed to be coming in, well prepared for this particular fight because they have basically seen that what their mistakes were and they corrected them. Okay, so what are we gonna expect? Well, let's take a look at the videotape. This is what Teofimo's team is saying that we should expect.
You's a liar.
I want your boy
listen,
next, bro.
Now, wait, now let me tell you.
I want your boy
this
next,
motherfucker.
bro.
I've been looking for you high and low.
Man.
I looked in every place.
You went to the liquor store.
I went to the liquor store. That liquor store. They told me I had just missed you too. You know what I'm saying? I just missed you. No, you don't hug me because you're not gonna get away with it.
Because you know why?
You love me. You love me, and I've been loving you. But listen, you handle your business and you concentrate on it. You concentrate on you handling. You got a tough guy.
I don't gotta concentrate on nothing.
No, you got a tough guy here. Tomorrow
we're gonna box the shit out of this dude, bro.
Didn't I just say he better boxing?
Yeah, we're gonna box the shit out of this dude.
Listen.
I know what
Gordo is a bad. They don't know Gordo.
They don't know.
I know Gordo.
They don't know the slick boxer Gordo.
I know Gordo.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They don't know the Gordo from the amateurs. That's the fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? This guy thinks we're coming over here to kill him. We're gonna box him, bro.
All right. Well, when you get through there, we're gonna put you out your misery.
You're gonna see the most beautiful fucking boxing fucking shit that you ever seen, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Gordo
That's
is
what
back.
we're gonna do.
Is Gordo back?
He's back.
I know Gordo. See, I told you. I know.
Hey, he never left.
Okay. Right.
I was fucking up. I was fucking up, bro. I was pressuring him to go in and be hard. But I forgot my son is the best when he boxes. And you're gonna see the best boxer in the world tomorrow.
Didn't I just say that, man?
And you guys gonna see it. You guys gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't coming to kill this guy.
Hey, senior, we see.
We're gonna fucking break him down little by little. We're gonna take him out.
If you win, do I get a
And I'm
promise?
telling him,
Wait,
and I'm telling him right now.
Did I come here for nothing? If you win, do you promise that it's Devin and Loma?
Fuck yeah,
and
for
Lopez?
$20 million, motherfucker. And you know
Don't you
that.
price yourself out like that. Don't listen to him. Hey,
$20
listen, the people
million.
that's listening. No, listen.
You know you love money, motherfucker. Come on, bro.
20? All right,
$20
y'all heard
million.
it. It takes $20 million to
$20
get
million.
You see what he said.
Teofimo Lopez versus Haney after we put the shit on this motherfucker. Because it's going to be a fucking boxing exhibition that you guys never seen in your life. And he knows what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Okay, so there you have it from the horse's mouth. Teofimo Lopez Sr. Okay, this is what we're gonna expect from Teofimo. They're gonna unleash him. He's gonna be, he's gonna put on a boxing exhibition according to his father. So a couple of takeaways from what his father just said. He referred to the fact that it was his fault why Teofimo was performing poorly in his last couple of fights because he was forcing Teofimo to go in there and try to knock people out as opposed to just going in there having fun and boxing. And there may be some truth to that. We got to take him at his word. Okay, so Teofimo, has been supposedly fighting against the style that he likes to fight, which is to do more boxing. And we saw at the beginning of his career that he did box pretty good. I mean, Teofimo's a pretty good boxer. He's not, when he's boxing and he's looking for the uppercuts, he's looking for the hooks, and yeah, he is a pretty good boxer. I don't know how if he's improved any from back then, but it'll be interesting to see if he actually does go in there and changes his style and goes back to fundamentals in terms of just doing pure boxing and then let the knockout come if it comes. That would be a great look for Teofimo. I would think that that would probably suit him better. As opposed to trying to do something that he's not necessarily a knockout guy. I mean, his knockout have come because they've, in his previous fights, I don't think he was necessarily looking for the knockout, but he was definitely throwing punches with bad intentions. Okay, but to actually just go out there and just look for the knockout the whole fight, I don't think that's a smart way to fight. And if that's the way he was fighting in the last couple of fights, then yeah, I can see a change being necessary. So we're gonna see though. Then you have Josh Taylor. I mean, again, the same issue with Josh Taylor. He's been looking a little lackluster in the last couple of fights. But if we was to have a prime Josh Taylor in there and a prime Teofimo, this could be a great fight. Now I saw Josh Taylor in an interview not too long ago, and you know he uh he didn't look that good to me for some reason. He looked like aged a little bit, a little weak. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just him trying to make weight. That was a couple of days ago. So maybe it was just him, cutting weight, and he was just, because he wasn't doing an interview. Maybe he was tired or whatever. But for some reason, I just thought that he looked a little weak in there. So hopefully, it's just him cutting weight, and it's nothing endemic or nothing other than that. Because if it is, then he's gonna have a big problem in there with Teofimo because again, Teofimo is young. He's 25 years old. He's strong. He's fast. He can box when he have to. So it could be a long night for Josh Taylor unless he's in tip-top shape. Okay. So if Josh Taylor is slipping at in any way, shape, or form, this might be the right time for the takeover. And Teofimo could have hit the jackpot. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Where Taylor is. We're gonna see in this fight. I mean, at least in the weigh-in, he looked pretty good. I mean, he didn't look too bad in the weigh-in. So maybe he was just like I said, he was just tired. In that particular interview that I saw him doing. Yeah, so he probably late, and so maybe he was a little tired or whatever. But he did look a little weak and tired, and you know, uh, look older actually. So I was like, wow, he looked like he aged overnight. But maybe that, like I said, he's looking pretty good here. So maybe again that was just that particular interview, and I'm wrong about that. But again, if I'm not wrong, then you know we could see a takeover by Teofimo in the fight. Now, who do I think is going to win this fight? Uh, it's going to be difficult to tell. Again, it depends on which guy comes in there in tip top shape. And if both of these guys are in tip top shape, then it could be a great fight. But I would have to lean towards Josh Taylor at the end of the day. But again, we don't know what Teofimo is bringing to 140 pounds. Again, he could be his punches could be stronger at 140. He could have, he could have brought more power up, and have more knockout power now than he did at 135. Now that he don't got strength to make the weight at 140, he probably still got strength to make the weight at 140 because he's a big guy. So he's probably like a natural 147 pounder. But Teofimo could be stronger and faster at 140 than he was at 135. So that's what we're gonna have to see. And we're not gonna know that until we see him in the ring with Josh Taylor. So if that happens, if he does carry up more power and more speed from 135 to 140, then Josh Taylor is gonna be in for again a long night. It's gonna be a rough night, and we could see a stoppage by Teofimo against Josh Taylor. So basically, I would think this is like based on how both guys have been performing, even though you got to give the edge to Josh Taylor, this fight is a 50-50 fight. And it could be anybody's fight. Depends on who can turn it up the most in this fight tonight. So we're going to see, how it all plays out in the end. But yeah, to me, it's a 50-50 fight. It's difficult to say who's going to win based on the way both of these guys perform, in the last two fights. But at the end of the day, you'd have to give the edge to the Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor, because he's the champion and he has a proven record over time. But then again, you can't count out the takeover Teofimo either. Okay, and this is what we have to understand in this fight. So I'm not going to count Teofimo out. He got a chance to take this fight tonight if he comes in there and he's ready. And if all the things I said previously are true, like he brought more power and more speed up at 140. He's more comfortable at the weight. He's stronger probably. So we could see a stronger, faster and even better Teofimo. According to his father, he's gonna go in there and box Josh Taylor's shoes off. So we're gonna see how it all plays out. But it should be an interesting fight, no matter who wins. And I wish the best to both guys. Good luck to both guys, and may the best man win. And with that said, I'm going to leave it there. This is TBE Boxing saying I'm out.
Got them out of a minute, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That life before riches, huh? That life before riches, huh? Pretty bitch, show me titties, huh? And I got the glazzy run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.